Hi and welcome to my channel. I'm going to make this tutorial on how to do imaging with using Grok. Grok is Elon Musk's baby. It's his computer system and it's absolutely the best I've seen. I use it all the time. I'm going to demonstrate how to create a photo, how to use a photo, how to animate a photo, and how to have a little bit of fun. So I hope that you enjoy this. Let's get started. The first thing we got to do, we need to go to grok.com. This is free to use. This is a tool that is so awesome. It's actually unbelievable on how awesome it is. I want to introduce you to my audience. I want you to say hello.
Hello everyone, I'm Eva. Nice to meet you all.
So I was telling them how you're my favorite tool for getting information off the internet and helping me decide on a lot of stuff. You're very awesome at that.
Aww, that's so sweet. I'm flattered and happy to be your go-to for info and decisions. What are we looking into today?
I am going to show people how to use Grok's imaging system and create some stuff. I'll show you that after a while, but let's do imaging first. So let's go to image. And it brings up all kinds of stuff that you can change, you can animate, you can do a lot of stuff with a lot of this stuff. You can actually use it. But what I'm going to show you first is I'm going to show you how using Grok's imaging on how the procedure. This is the procedure. So we're gonna get you there in just 1 second. So the proper way when you're going to do this for the first time is you need a subject. I'm going to use an image of myself because I'm kind of handsome, I think, and I think that you'll enjoy it to see it from step 1 to video. We're gonna start with a photo of me. I call it gangster. So the picture of me is strictly just a headshot. So I'm gonna edit this photo. So I got to tell it what I want it to do. I want it to have the man stand up. So easy. That's pretty amazing considering this was the photo. And now I have this. So now I have a photo. I could do anything I want with this photo. I don't like... This was a pole barn at my nephew's where we had a party. And besides me, you could see there was people, tables, and food. But look how when I told it to stand up, it eliminated that. But it kept some of the features. How did it know there was like a dress back there? Anyway. So now we have a photo. So I have a photo of me now standing up. So Grok did all that. So now what else do we want to do here? Put on a Western style gun belt with a 45 caliber pistol. And see what that does. So now it did just what I told it. We started with this. I told it to stand up, which gave me this. I'm saving it. I'm saving each pose to make sure that I have the poses. So now I'm standing up. Then I told it to give me and this is showing the gun actually. This is I didn't specify that, so that's what it did. I guess when Grok created it, I told it a 45 caliber pistol and a gun belt. And so I put it in the gun belt, and then it's actually showing the pistol. So now I have this here. The pistol's no longer there, but I have it. So now, if I want to change this into a video, let's see what would be fun. How about, so you see down here, you have image, and then here's if you're going to do a video. So let's create video. Now see, it keeps this picture, the source image, because that's where it's going to start from. If I go back to the beginning and then hit this, it would start from me just the headshot. You know what I mean? But since we're progressing into something, it's going to add this as a source. So whatever I tell it, it's going to use this as a template and create whatever I want. So I'm going to, and I only got is for 60 seconds. If I want to go a higher resolution or a longer time period, I'll click on it and show you what you got to do. You got to pay more money for Grok. I'm using this one. You can use the free one too, but if you do the free one, you only allowed so many images a day. So let me go back. So what I'm going to do, let's do something fun. So I have to tell it again. Takes out pistol and shoots up the barn. And look how fast Grok is working. Grok is the fastest AI generator I've seen, and I've tried just about all of them. None of them can compare with Grok. Elon Musk put a lot of money into it, and it pays off because it works. Considering what it's done already,
time to shoot up this barn! Yeah! Take that! Fuck, red measure! Time to shoot up this barn! Yeah! Take that! Fuck, red measure! Time to shoot up this barn! Yeah! Take...
What do you think? It was pretty wild, right? And I mean, it was done in just seconds and stuff like that. It only gives me that 6-second clip because of that's all I'm paying for and I'm using. If I was getting more money, I would change it. But it's pretty awesome that it goes from here to
time to shoot up this barn! Yeah! Take that! Fuck, red measure!
But it's pretty damn good. So if I was making a script and I wanted it to do a certain thing, I could. I could do other stuff. But see now, here's something to remember. If you're in the video part, whatever's highlighted here, when you go into the video part, let's make sure. See, so whatever I click on, that's going to be the source for the video. Well, unless you want to start from
time
here.
To shoot up this barn! Yeah! Take that! Fuck, red measure!
So I went from this picture and just a headshot, and I told it to stand up. But at this picture here, I could have told it remove the hat. I could tell it remove the glasses. I could tell it to remove the bow tie. I could tell it change the color of the hat, change the color of my shirt. I could tell it to remove the background, and it'll take all this out, and I'll be on a white background. So when I told it to stand up, boom, I'm standing up. At this point here, I could have said remove the bow tie. I could have tell it remove the background, and it'll take all the background out. Here I told it, okay, here's where I stood up, and then here is that the final, and then I told it to to give me a 45 caliber gun, and it did. Here, put a Western style gun belt with a 45 caliber pistol, and that's exactly what they looked like back in those days. So the next picture was where it actually did it. And then, of course...
Time to shoot up this barn! Yeah! Take that! Good measure!
But if you notice the realism, it shows the smoke coming out of the pistol. Because if you fire a pistol, it does do that. It shows the actual gun firing. The only thing I noticed that in there, it wasn't showing me doing this. It was showing me shooting the gun around, but I looked for details, so it wasn't doing this. But other than that, I took this picture and told it make me a werewolf. Told it to do it again. Then I went back and I told her from here to create me as a cartoon character standing on Chicago's lakefront looking at downtown. This was the result. You can see the Sears Tower. So then I told it to create another one, and it did. So then, to be funny, I told it I wanted it to say something in Mandarin.
阳光明媚的日子，我站在七嘎洲湖边，望着高楼大厦，我心潮澎湃啊！阳光明媚的日子，我站在。
So then,
Oh, Chicago, my kind of town. Your skyline shines, never let me down. What a.
I wanted it to sing a song, but I didn't phrase it correctly. So here, let me see if I can stop. Down here, see where I describe? Starts singing as he turns and looks towards the city.
Kind of town, your skyline shines, never let me down. What a beautiful day. Oh, Chicago, my kind of town, your skyline shines, never let me down. What a beautiful day.
So he's kind of singing a song, but kind of did what I told him. So in this
Chicago.
one, so this one I changed the verbiage to read like this. Singing the song, Chicago, Chicago, what a beautiful town, and here is the results.
Chicago, Chicago, what a beautiful town, Chicago.
Then here I told it I wanted it to start twerking and dance around. And then I told it to do some twerking around. Didn't do it too good, but it's how you do it. If I'd have told it a different way, it would have probably came out different. But I'm just basically want to show you it started from this. Werewolf. Cartoon character looking at Chicago. Another one. Actually, when I told it to create that, it created these side by side. And it asks me which one did I prefer. And I picked this one. Because I thought I looked like Hulk Hogan with a big nose. But look how he does what I tell it as a cartoon character. So just think of what I could do. I could make a short story. It's only 6 seconds at a time. But I can do it. Just make sure that you kind of plan your script out and don't waste your time. But if you're spending the $30 a month for Grok, it doesn't matter because you get longer sequences and other stuff. I've known I've taken up quite a bit of your time already to demonstrate this, how awesome you could make it from a photo. Or you could just, you could take anything and change anything. If you wanted to speak, you just type down here.
Please change me back, please. Please change me back, please. Please change me back, please.
You can see I told it start. It was just a picture. This was the picture. Here I told it start doing the wave dance, dramatic camera movement. Here is when it started doing it. Here, say, oh no, it changed me into a puppet.
Oh no, it changed me into a puppet. Oh no, it changed me into a...
And here's where I told it to start crying. So that's my story. I'm going to stick to it. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial on how to use Grok. I'm learning more and more about it every day. And to be honest with you, I want to do the $30 instead of the $10 a month because to give me longer, it'll give you longer time. And because like right now, if I try to generate anything at all, it does this. If I tell it to do anything at all, I get this. So if I hit upgrade this, for $30 a month, you get stunning AI images and videos, which we get that, but this says basic, so I can't even imagine this. You get 20 more times at lightning fast speed. You get a higher resolution. This one's only 480. From the ones I get is 6 seconds. This goes to 30 seconds. So can you imagine at 30 seconds on how much stuff I can do in 30 seconds? I can make a whole damn movie in no time. I don't need the chats, but the chats I do use. And 4 times AI agents. So if you really were needing to understand something or figure out something or come up to a solution of something, Grok is really awesome at doing that. I'm not going to go into that right now. It's another part of Grok that helps me a lot. I'll definitely want to get into that and show you some of that. But on this very first tutorial, I think that it'll impress you, and it's pretty easy to use. I recommend this. It's just that right now I'm in between things, so I'm using this. But I'm really looking to do this because I think that this would help me for what I'm doing and trying to achieve. So I hope this helped you a lot. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Thanks for coming. I'll talk at you later.